20 years ago or even more when the center started. The idea of economic financial education was a new, rare thing. The people that were doing it were visionaries because it wasn't something that was established as it is today. And they had to start out with selling the notion that this was important for elementary and high school students. There was also the notion that young men and women are competitive, that schools are competitive with each other, and the stock market game fed into that. It was a way of building interest into that aspect of our economy. As time went on, I think a very significant development was a STEP program. And that program brought a mini economy into the classroom of a school and got the kids excited while they were learning.
We were looking for a way in which kids could improve academically as well as behaviorally. And when I think about the STEP store and the accomplishments that it has done for our school, it's been great, excellent.
The most important thing I think they get out of it is that when they grow up, they'll know how to do a job and they'll know what the purpose of a job is.
I think it's learning about how you can't just sit in class and doodle on a piece of notebook paper, because when they tell you that, okay, go out there and make a website if you're in the computer strand, you're not going to know what to do. So you have to make sure you're paying attention and being responsible and using your time.
George is more than a colleague. He's a friend. From my first day on campus, which was quite a while ago now, he was somebody that really helped mentor me. My department didn't have a formal mentoring program, but if I were to identify anybody that really stepped up and helped me acclimate to UC and to get my career going, it would be George.
It took someone like George who would face the obstacles to moving things along, whether those obstacles were financial obstacles, raising the money, having the funding to keep the project going, dealing with schools, interacting with the university to keep things on a smooth track.
I'm a firm believer that education and economics go hand in hand. And also I believe that from an economic standpoint, the kids need to understand how our economy works and the complexity that exists within our economy.
The work that the Economic Center does and how it benefits our community is outstanding. When you think about making a difference for the children and the students and the upcoming young adults of our community so that they understand how to work within the financial world. On the research side for the community, there is no organization that compares with the Economic Center.
The center is one of our ambassadors. It's one of the places where we directly interact with the community and we can apply our research and our abilities to make a difference. No one else is doing this, and I don't think UC understood what we were signing up to get when we hired George to run the center, but because of his ability and his passion and his conviction of beliefs, and he knows this work is important, he's really taken it to a scale we could have never hoped for.
I think George has a goodness in him that would have come out regardless of what he chose. He loves economics, and so it just happened to come out in this way in serving the community and serving the educational community. But I think where it comes from is this desire to do good work and to make a difference.
There was something about economics that made sense of the world to him. And from that time on, it just kind of grabbed his soul. He is so dedicated to the mission of the center that he will do something when he's tired, and he's actually said many a time, I'd rather be doing such and such, but this is important for the center.
George is just a good guy. I mean, there's no question. I mean, it's fun to have lunch with him. It's fun to go to a UC basketball game with him. It's fun to be around him. And I think that is extremely helpful in a leader.
Whenever I've been in a board meeting with him, in any kind of conference situation, when George speaks, the room falls silent. Everyone just respects his opinion, respects his viewpoint.
Because his style is unique. He has that little stuttering, stammering kind of impish style, and then the professor comes out in him. And he's absolutely terrific as a platform speaker and a presenter. Now, occasionally, we have to bring out the stopwatch because he does go on and on when he gets excited about something.
I think George's legacy will be the number of people in this community that he's been able to motivate and to just understand things that one needed an economist to help them understand.
I think as new center director, the best thing I can do for this center is to carry on the work that George has already started. He's got 35 years of his life wrapped up in this center, and I think the way that I honor that is to make it more visible. George is a visionary. George has this goodness to him, but he's also very humble. And I would like to shine a much brighter light on this center, what it does for the community, what it does for this community's children. Maybe he felt uncomfortable doing that. I don't, because it's really his work that I want to showcase.
So George, thanks for all you've done for our community, for our university, and for me personally and the Gehring Center. And Rose, I know that you're going to be nominated for sainthood very soon, having to be there all alone with George.
George, it's been a great run. For me, it's been a great deal of fun. You've left a tremendous legacy at the center. I know you're still going to be around, but get to Michigan with Rose and have some fun.
George, many years ago in Bloomington, Indiana, when you were studying for your doctoral degree, you spent 1 complete year at home writing your dissertation. Our neighbor fondly called you the local home economist. And I'm really happy to welcome you home as a permanent home economist. Nice going, honey.